I love inciting violence against the law. In Minecraft...
Disobedience warning! Canine crap outside of quarantine zone!
Kaya, come on! Don't disrupt my stream, you stupid, worthless infidel dog!
Truly peak cinema. Shout out to Freedom Tunes for this masterpiece. A link in the description.
This is the one that people are talking about. Okay, this is the one. This is the one that they saw. It has the capacity to vibrate, and that's it. Are you happy?
Okay, so let me get this straight. It went from stubbing toe to a vibrating collar in the last 24 hours. First, Hasan fans were shouting the so-called proofs about Kaya's toe colliding with the bed. Now suddenly they are showing them the proof that this was a vibration collar, not a shock collar. Like, what the f is this? It does not make sense. Why are they changing their story so much? Like and subscribe right now because today's topic is so full of lies, even your ex subscribe.
That's it. Good. There's the AirTag. There's the fucking vibrator. It also has a flashlight component to it at nighttime. And it also has a tracker on it when she gets lost. If she were to actually get fucking lost, you are able to, it emits a sound.
Okay, what is he sending his dog to complete some quest or something? I don't really understand why does this collar was there when she was just sitting there for like 6 hours straight. Why was it there? Why didn't he show us the collar right when the allegations were made? Why didn't he just call his dog and be like, yeah guys, this collar was a vibrating collar and it was not a shock collar. This is the product name and the product number. You can check it. Like, it was so easy to avoid. This was literally a nothing burger and there was nothing to hide if he was innocent. And it literally took him 24 hours to like show us the collar. Like, how can anyone even believe him at this point? Because his story went from stubbing toe to a vibrating collar, which doesn't really make sense.
So many questions I have. If it's truly just a vibrator, what vibrator causes a puppy to fucking cry? Let's believe him for a second, right? Even though I don't, how high are the settings that you make your dog cry? That shit needs to be turned up to fucking 11 for that to happen. And once again, I don't care to see Kaya's collar anymore because it's been a whole day and he's definitely had time to switch it. I go back to why not doing it live at that very moment. Either he is a fucking liar or he is beyond retarded. It has to be one of those.
Yeah, true. And you know what I love about Hasan fans? Some of them try to be all high and mighty and be like, bro, you're so stupid. You're trying to ride the internet controversy wave. Yeah, bro, sure. Trying to understand what is happening to a poor animal and making videos about it is somehow wrong. Somehow I am riding the wave. Yeah, that makes sense.
There are days where Kaya doesn't wear a collar. There are days where she wears a different collar. Okay, this in and of itself doesn't actually work in the way that you think it does. Okay, here, this is the flashlight. Okay, and this is when it vibrates.
Yep, what an optimal way of showing the collar. You know, Hasan, I think the collar is still too exposed. You need more fingers on it. Like, bro, at this point, just tell the model number and be done with it. Because nobody gonna believe you now because you're showing this after 24 hours. And it was enough time to make changes or just grab another look-alike collar. Like, I don't want to be a part of the Hasanabi dog brigade, but you are not doing yourself any favors. Like, I do want to believe that you are a decent human being still. Like, you would never dog. That's what I believe. That's what I want to believe. But the evidence are coming out against you and you are literally just making your case worse by literally providing us more and more evidence instead of clearing your name. And you know, some people even debunked this, you know, by adjusting the contrast in Photoshop, and they found a tape on this. Also, according to the sources, it is an ET300 shock collar. So yeah, just stop lying, brother. Like, even if this was a shock collar, all you had to do was be honest about what you are doing. Like, I am really sorry. I usually keep it very low for my dog. Like, this was too high for it. I apologize. And this could have solved everything. You didn't have to lie. You didn't have to do anything about it. Everything would have been solved because there are many people who use shock collars, but they usually keep it on a very low setting. Like, why would you even do that? Like, there was no reason to keep that dog in the same place. It is not a prop. That is a living being.
Notice that Hasan has no emotion when he says it vibrates. So it doesn't hurt right? What settings do you have it on right now, Hasan? I want to know. What settings did the dog have it on last night? You had the opportunity to clear your name from the dog abuse allegations, and you just continue to bury yourself deeper. It's not a shock collar, guys. It's a vibrator collar.
You know it's bad when sense start making sense. Like as I said, he needed to show the collar right then and there and not after 24 hours. And you know one argument I have been seeing a lot, and it was even mentioned in my comments. The argument is, why would Hasan do that? Like why would he zap his dog live? Well, if you look closely, he panicked right after he did it. Like personally, my theory is he didn't meant the shock to be that high. Like I don't believe that he intentionally put the shock cranked up that high. And so when he did it, he was not expecting it to be that high. And it also makes me believe that he did this quite a lot, just on a lower setting to keep Kaya in that place. And we all never noticed how he was able to keep Kaya at the same place for hours on end during his streams. And if this theory is correct, then it is just straight up cruelty. Like I don't even know how else to put it. Why did he claim that he clipped her toe then? Wow, why are so many people here forgetting this? He is literally changing his story. Why wouldn't he just say that and show it right after? But also, does it take away from the fact that he is getting mad at her slightly moving and wanting to keep her in the same spot for hours on end? You know, things are bad when Reddit start making sense, and this is one of those situations.
I have multiple collars. I'm going to address the collar thing in a second as well. But I have multiple collars for Kaya, and I put an air tag on them. I put an air tag on all of her collars to make sure that, you know, I know where she's at. And one of the collars that people are pointing to in the from previous days or from like months ago is the collar that is a vibration collar, a collar that I use specifically to communicate with Kaya when she's free roaming at the park or when she is, you know, off leash running around. Okay. Because when you leave your dog to free roam, to go out on the trail or whatever, there are going to be instances where you can yell for her to come back to do recall, but because she's so far away that she can't hear you.
Okay, let's just assume that I have lost all of my brain cells. Like Hasan fans, like I have become an Hasan fan. And now I am trying to buy into this story. But bro is literally rewriting the history just because he can. Like this story is taking more insane turn than Death Note. I don't even know why are people defending this guy anymore. This guy can't even defend himself properly. Like this is really a weird hill to die on. I won't lie. Now I'm not saying that you cannot defend someone you think is innocent. But all I'm saying is that this dude is just dumb as hell. This dude is dumb as hell. He never addressed anything head on and now he is rewriting history as we are witnessing it. Like it is just insane and some people are still believing him. Like I don't even understand how. Like and subscribe right now if you're still watching. That's it for today's Slop Pick. See you in the next Slop.